Chapter 6 Nameless Oracular Chant. Get up, hey, get up. A barely audible sound came from above Han Li, rousing him from his deep slumber. As soon as he opened his eyes, a huge face appeared in front of him. In shock, Han Li quickly scrambled backwards, and only then was he able to see that the owner of the face that had frightened him to death was the boy named Zhang Tai. Hurry up and eat this. After you've finished, we need to see old Mo. Zhang Tai said, passing a couple steaming white buns over to Han Li. Where did you find this food? Han Li stared blankly for a moment before accepting the buns. At a big kitchen near the valley, I saw a ton of people eating there, so I also grabbed a portion. After I had finished, I realized that you hadn't eaten yet, so I grabbed 2 buns for you. Zhang Tai smiled sincerely at Han Li. Thank you very much, Brother Zhang. Han Li was somewhat touched. Seeing that Zhang Tai looked quite a bit older than himself, he couldn't help but blurt out the words Brother Zhang. No problem. I'm too used to labor. If I'm idle even for just a moment, I always feel a bit uncomfortable. If you ever need any help in the future, don't hesitate to tell me. I have nothing else but strength. Zhang Tai seemed to be somewhat embarrassed, as he began to stammer. Han Li hadn't eaten breakfast or lunch, and was somewhat starved. In just a few bites, he devoured 1 bun, and a few moments later, both of the large buns completely disappeared into his stomach. It's getting late, we should go see old Mo. Han Li burped a few times and looked out the window towards the setting sun. After mentally calculating the time, he decided that it was probably about time to go see Dr. Mo. Zhang Tai didn't object, following Han Li to Dr. Mo's house. There were rows of bookshelves along all 4 walls of Dr. Mo's residence. These shelves were densely packed with various books. Old Mo. Old Mo. Dr. Mo's back was tightly pressed against his chair as he was currently engrossed in reading the book in his hands. He didn't seem to have noticed the arrival of the 2, nor had he heard their greetings. The 2 of them were still children after all, so when they saw Dr. Mo ignore them, they were at a loss on what to do, unsure of what would be the best course of action. Thus, they could only stand to one side and wait. Finally, by the time Han Li's feet had begun to turn numb, Dr. Mo slowly placed his book down onto the table beside him. He coldly looked over at the 2 children and picked up his teacup to drink a few sips before slowly saying, From this day on, you 2 will be accepted as my unofficial disciples. I will teach you some general knowledge on picking medicinal plants and refining medicines. I may also teach you 2 some life-saving healing techniques. But I will absolutely not teach you any martial arts. Dr. Mo expressionlessly said, as he put down his teacup again. I will teach you 2 a cultivation chant to nurture your mind and body. Although it won't allow you to directly subdue your enemies, it will still help strengthen you. If you guys really want to learn some martial arts, you can go learn them from some other instructors. If you do so, I won't object, but I'll check your progression on this cultivation chant in half a year. If you don't meet the standard, I'll force you out to become an outer disciple. Do you 2 understand? Dr. Mo's tone suddenly became much more serious. It looked like he attached a great deal of importance to this chant. We understand. Han Li and Zhang Tai replied in unison. You 2 should leave now. Come back tomorrow morning. Dr. Mo waved his hands at the 2 of them, gesturing for them to leave. He then picked up his book and began reading it again. Before Han Li left, he couldn't help but glance back at the book in Dr. Mo's hands. It was a pity that he didn't know how to read. He could only tell that the title was made up of 3 large, black characters. Unfortunately, Han Li didn't recognize them. As soon as Han Li walked out of Dr. Mo's residence, Han Li couldn't help but let out the breath he had been holding. He didn't know why, but just now, he hadn't even dared to breathe in Dr. Mo's presence. His mind had also been incredibly tensed. Now that he had left, he immediately loosened up, returning to his normal state. During the following few days, Han Li's excitement never faded. He'd finally become a disciple of the Seven Mysteries sect. Although he was still just an unofficial disciple, it was still better than the children that had been sent home. Even if he didn't pass the test in half a year, he could still become an outer disciple like Third Uncle. In Han Li's opinion, Third Uncle was a person of great status and position, so he didn't concern himself over the examination in half a year. He even secretly hoped from the bottom of his heart that he wouldn't pass. That way, he could leave the mountain earlier to see his parents and his most beloved younger sister again. During the following few days, Dr. Mo would teach them some medicinal knowledge in the mornings. In the afternoons, he would make them go to the library to learn how to read, and have them study the body's 12 main meridians, energy channels, and acupoint locations. As for the little he taught them of martial arts, he made them maintain the horse stance and hit straw dummies. A month later, the two of them were completely isolated from the other children. They no longer spent time learning anything else besides the chant. Ever since Dr. Mo had begun teaching them, they spent most of their time practicing the Nameless chant. Dr. Mo strictly ordered them to not tell the chants to anyone else. If even a small segment was leaked, Dr. Mo would harshly punish them and kick them out of his apprenticeship. During this period of time, Han Li began to have a better understanding of the Seven Mysteries sect and Dr. Mo. The Seven Mysteries sect had someone named Wang Lu, who possessed the teachings handed down by the Sovereign Seven Supreme. Wang Lu became the sect leader of the Seven Mysteries sect, and he split the sect with the help of the three other vice sect leaders. They divided the sect into two segments, the inner branch and the outer branch. The outer branch had a total of 4 divisions, namely the Flying Bird Division, Treasure Gathering Division, Four Seas Division, and External Blade Division. The inner branch also had 4 divisions, namely the 100 Forge Division, 7 Supreme Division, Consecrated Division, and Blood Blade Division. In addition to the inner and outer branch, there was also a council of elders that reported to the vice sect leaders and the sect leader. As for Dr. Mo, he was not originally a disciple of the Seven Mysteries sect. A few years ago, sect leader Wang carelessly fell into an enemy's trap while outside of the Celestial Rainbow Mountain and was heavily injured from the enemy party's attacks. As he wavered on the brink of death, his allies were helpless to do anything to save him. Just then, they happened to encounter Dr. Mo, whose brilliant healing and effective medicine saved sect leader Wang's life. As a result, sect leader Wang naturally couldn't help but feel extremely grateful toward Dr. Mo. He later found out that in addition to his profound medical expertise, Dr. Mo was also a strong martial arts practitioner, which led sect leader Wang to invite Dr. Mo to join his sect. The elders carefully picked a small valley in the mountains to erect a residence specifically for Dr. Mo's use in order to make the shift as comfortable as possible. Thanks to him, the valley soon became a venerated place within the Seven Mysteries sect. Although none of the disciples had ever witnessed his skills, nor did they know how strong his martial arts was, Dr. Mo had used his brilliant medical expertise to save quite a few of the disciples' lives. Thus, although he was normally expressionless and was a man of few words, he received a great amount of respect.